for doing this interview with me today. Why don't you give a small introduction for yourself?
My name is Jayanti. I'm working as an admin manager.
Today's interview is going to be very short. There will be 3 questions today. So let's go to the first question. First question will be complication that arises when things are misplaced.
I get tensed up, especially with children going to college, when I can't meet whatever is supposed to be done for them on time.
So the second question will be how do you feel when the things that you're looking for cannot be found at that moment?
Frustrated and disappointed, as I have a lot of deadlines to be met.
So the last question will be any idea how to solve this problem?
To be more organized, I need to have a notepad to keep track on my daily important things.
Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for giving me.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
So thank you for doing this interview today.
Okay, thank you.
Why don't you give a small introduction for yourself?
Okay, my name is Vel Murugan. I'm a business owner.
So today's interview is going to be very short. There will be 3 questions.
Okay.
So let's see the first question. The first question will be complication that arises when things are misplaced.
I'll get very angry, especially I keep my important things like key, my watch away. Surely get angry.
So the second question will be how do you feel when the things that you're looking for cannot be found at the moment?
Well, I'll be very stressed out, especially I'm rushing for my meetings. And misplace something that very important for the meeting, I really get very stressed out.
So the last question will be any idea how to solve this problem?
Oh yeah, I'm using my mobile phone, especially for those things that I need to take, very importantly that I need to take from office or meetings. I used to keep reminders on my phone.
So thank you for doing this interview today.
Thank you.
Hello and good afternoon. My name is Hafiz bin Masnan. I'm a student from UTM KL. And today I'm going to ask you some questions for my assignment in Technology and Information System.
Okay.
First of all, can you introduce yourself and what do you do?
Okay, my name is Haslina. I'm a lecturer at UTM KL.
Okay, my first question is, have you ever lost or misplaced an item?
Of course, all the time.
Can you describe to me your feelings when you realize that you've misplaced an item?
Flabbergasted. Because I normally I knew I had it on me a few minutes, a few seconds ago, and now where is it?
It's not here. And my next question is, are you more often to misplace your items at home or in your workspace?
At home. Because in my office there is only one space. Okay, at home I move about here and there, so it's harder to find the thing I lost.
And how often do you misplace your items?
Okay. Not so often. It happens if I move from one room to another room. I usually have that problem.
And what item do you commonly misplace?
My handphone.
And how long does it take to find your handphone?
I need to I need to find somebody else to call my handphone. Okay. And if it's not on silent mode,
And if it is, how long does it take to find it?
yeah, it will take longer.
Okay, thank you. And the next question is, have you ever misplaced something that is sentimental to you?
Not that I remember of. Because I try not to be attached to my stuff.
So, if you lose an item, do you spend time to find it, or do you at some point just decide to buy a new one?
Oh, in that case, it depends. If it's a handphone, then I need to get a new one. But if it is something that I don't use often, then yeah, maybe I can get a new one.
Okay. And do you still have an item that you have lost and not found to this day?
I think so.
Do you remember what it is?
I think it's one of my rings. I'm sure it's in the house, but actually I forgot where I kept the ring.
Okay, thank you. And how do you currently deal with the problem of misplacing items? How do you keep track of it, or do you have a system in place to
No
find it?
system. I don't have any system. If it's lost, it's lost. If it's a handphone, I can trace it easily here. But if it's something that is inactive, then sometimes I find it, sometimes I don't.
And my last question is, would you prefer this problem be solved on an industry level or personal level?
What do you mean by industry level?
As in, do you prefer manufacturers to implement something so that every item can be tracked, or do you prefer for a system to be applied to your home so that you yourself can track your items?
Yeah, I prefer that I myself can track the items because privacy reason.
Okay, understandable. I believe that is all for today. Thank you for your time and for answering my questions.
Okay, you are welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
That was short.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. My name is Hafid bin Masnan and I'm from UTM KL. Today I'm going to ask you questions for my assignment for technology and information system.
Okay.
Before we start, can you introduce yourself and what do you do?
My name is Farisha and I am a digital marketing strategist.
Okay, thank you. And my first question is that, have you ever lost or misplaced an item?
Yes.
Can you describe to me how do you feel when you realize that you've lost an item?
Normally very stressed. That's how I would feel if I lose something, especially if it's important.
Okay, thank you. And are you more often to misplace your item in your own home or at your workspace?
My house.
And how often do you misplace your items?
I'd say on a daily. I lose things on a daily.
And what is the most common thing that you've misplaced?
My glasses.
And how long does it take for you to find them?
It takes about, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes if I really can't find it. But usually it's just on my bed somewhere and it just takes 5 minutes. So it depends on the day, but I would say probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, understandable. And have you ever lost something that is sentimental to you?
Yes.
And what is it and how long did you take to find that sentimental item?
It was my camera. It was very sentimental to me. But it took me, I think, I'd say 2 days to find it.
And have you ever lost any items that is still unfound today?
Yes, but I can't remember what. Honestly, I really can't remember. But I'm sure I've lost something that I can't find. That I can't find. Yeah.
And how do you currently deal with this problem?
Because I can't remember what I've lost. Let me think of a thing.
Apologies, allow me to rephrase the question.
Okay.
How do you currently deal with the problem of misplacing items?
Oh, okay. I journal, so I would have a bullet journal where I remind myself where I put most important items. For example, my passport, important documents like my certificates, in which place. I'll just jot it down in a book. But it doesn't work for me as well as I thought it would, because whenever I put my stuff, I would not have my journal on hand, and it's just a mess. But it is one of my initiatives to remind myself where I put most things. But it's not the most convenient, is what I would say.
And for the last question of this interview, would you prefer this problem be solved on the manufacturer level or on a personal level?
If I were to I'd say manufacturer or any industrial level, because I am one to not, because I don't like to think. That's how I live my life. So if companies can solve it for me, that would be great.
Okay, I think that's all for today.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know how to handle How
Hi, my name is Sushasri. I am student from UTM-KL. Today I would like to ask you some questions regarding my technology and information system project. First of all, can you introduce yourself?
Hi Yashasri, I am Srija. I am an undergraduate student studying computer science and my specialization is software engineering. You can go in with your question.
Okay. What is the common thing you have misplaced?
The most common thing I misplaced or forgot about is my handphone or cell phone. Whenever I go anywhere, whether it may be to meet my friend or it may be to shopping, as I will be involved deeply, I usually forget about my phone.
Okay. How long does it take to find the misplaced thing?
It won't take much time to find my phone, as my friends or someone would be reminding about my phone. At least I will remember that I have forgotten my phone when I see someone's phone.
Okay. Have you misplaced a thing that you have never found until now?
Yeah, in my childhood, I used to lose many handkerchiefs usually. If I start counting those, I think I can't figure it out. Lol.
Okay. What do you usually do if you have misplaced a thing?
If I misplace or forget a thing, then I would search for it in the place where I lost it. As there is a saying that we must search where we have lost. Even though after searching, if I don't find it there, then I will leave it. Or actually, it depends on the thing. If the thing I lost is expensive or it is a precious thing for me, like my mobile phone, then I would seek help from service providers like police, because there's a lot of important data in my mobile.
Okay. How often do you misplace the thing?
I use my handphone very often, like nearly 12 to 14 hours a day, as we know that the entire world is run with mobiles and internet. So obviously I would be using my handphone most of the time.
Okay. How do you think we can solve this problem?
Being more mindful in general is one of the best ways to stop losing things. Without elaborating too extensively, I would say that mindfulness is the art of paying attention. Similarly, we can use verbal phrasing to create a more defined memory of where we placed the item. Think of it as placing a kind of bookmark in your mind. And another useful trick we can use is emotional memory. That means the more emotional an event is, the more like we are able to remember it. So yeah, that one. And recalling where we lost something is the first step everyone takes when they misplace something. So that's because It is generally the most effective one. However, it obviously doesn't work, otherwise we wouldn't be talking. But you can take that and improve upon it by recalling meditatively.
Okay. Thank you, Srija, for sharing your experiences and sharing your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Shakti.
Bye
Have a nice
bye.
day.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, how are you everyone? I just want to share with you a new solution. I have got this solution from the interview, Hafid's interview, from the first interviewer. So I want to say thank you for Hafid to sharing with us that interview. And now I will explain to you this solution. In the interview, the interviewer say that he's lost his items when he is moving from one room to other room. In the minute of in this minute, 140 to 150. Okay. He say I lost my items usually when I go from room to other room. So here I have got a solution, and I have divided our items to two groups. One group, two types of items. One group is common items and the other group is not common items. What's mean by common items and not common items? I will explain to you. The meaning of common items, that items you use them in all rooms, like A, B, G, D. Like maybe my pen, I use it in my room, in living room, in sitting room, in maybe in other rooms like dining room. So these items we usually lost them. Other items is not common items, like kitchen stuff. You cannot find your kitchen stuff inside your bedroom or inside other room unless you have two kitchens inside your home, and you can trace them. It's not problem because you have just two kitchens. What we lose usually is the common items. Common items means we use them everywhere. Let's see if we have item X here. I am writing with so I will switch to my right hand. Okay, let's see. We have item X. Item X is here. Maybe this one is the bedroom. When you go outside, and go and put it in maybe this dining room or room C. Let's say this is room C. When you bring this item to this to here, so you lost it because you are this item is common items, but when you forget that you bring it to here. So my solution is why we don't put a devices here in the door, like this one, like a gate. So maybe the devices will take a note of this one, and he will save in the data or in the memory. He save it that the item has left this room and we bring it to the room C. So room A will not have item X anymore, and room C will have it. yes, so maybe here we have other stuffs, A, C, D, and so on, and maybe we have here is F, R. This all is items. So when bring F to this row, so will be deleted here, and it will be here it will be saved by the devices in this row. The devices can be sensor, or can be camera, or can be we will think of it later, I think, and how it will save data and bring us output. I think we will relate it, and we will like do application with it, so it can send the data inside our phones, or give us a notification that the item has left room A and bring it to the room C. That's my solution, and please give me a comment about my solution, if it is helpful or not. Okay, thank you.
Hi. So for this part, I would like to explain briefly about our prototype to you, user. Okay, so what you see here is a door sensor. This round thing is a door sensor. So this door sensor will be placed in every door frame in your house to help you to find your misplaced stuff. So let's say I put the door sensor here, right? Okay. So this door sensor will detect the RFID tags that are placed in your particular device. So let's say I put, okay, so this, before that, I would like to tell you that this pink strip here is a RFID tag. So this RFID tag has its own serial number or codes for it. So this RFID tag, I attach it to my AirPods. So okay, so let's say, okay, so every time the AirPods have been passed through the sensor already send out radio wave to detect the RFID tag. Okay, so but here's one thing, you need to register the RFID tag in your application in your phone. So for this pink RFID tag, we need to register it in this application, in the Finder application. So when you want to register it, you have to register the RFID code serial number and also the device model of your RFID. The model for the particular model, the model for the particular stuff that you put RFID on it. So let's say this is AirPod, so I will register my AirPod and also the RFID with it. Okay, so after that, when you already registered in an app, when you want, let's say I want to find this AirPod in this look, let's say I don't know where I put it, but the thing is the AirPod is already passed through the sensor in this room. So let's say it's in my pocket, but I didn't realize it, and then I want to find it to take it with me. So I just only have to open the application and since it's connected to Wi-Fi, I can easily find the device. So it will show like this. So you can see there's my AirPod here in this particular room. Other than that, there's also other device that I have put RFID on it. So that way you know that in this space, in this room space, there's your AirPod, there's your stuff in it. So it will help you to find it. Okay, so that's all I like to demonstrate my prototype. Thank you.